Hi fellow mathematicians, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to try this question, which seems pretty chunky, but I guess we're going to manage to do it. Let's try it out. So a nice rule that is going to be helpful immediately here is a to the n times a to the m equals a to the n plus m, the addition law for your exponents. And that's useful because here we have root 3 to the x plus 4, so we could chop it up into root 3 to the x times root 3 to the 4. So rewriting our first line as 3 to the x minus root 3 to the power x times root 3 to the power 4 plus 20 equals 0. We can say this is 3 to the x minus root 3 to the power x, and then root 3 to the power 4 is going to be root 3 squared squared, and root 3 squared is 3, so this is going to be 3 squared, which is 9, and then plus 20. And so here we kind of end up with something that looks a little bit like a quadratic, 3 to the x minus 9 times, and then we could say that this is, so a root is a power a half, right? So we could say this is 3 to the power a half to the power x plus 20 equals 0. So whenever you have a square root, you can say it's to the power a half. And so let's do something super cool here. We can say y equals 3 to the power a half x, and that's going to allow us to switch some of the terms in our equation. So we can now rewrite this as y squared minus 9y plus 20 equals 0. Now I feel this is a really cool place to start. You can think about things that multiply to positive 20 and add up to negative 9 to factorize this quadratic. And it so turns out that if you had 4 and 5, so negative 4 more precisely and negative 5, you could write this as y minus 4 factor of y minus 5 equals 0. And so this is using the product and sum technique, because minus 4 minus 5 is going to give you the minus 9y that you have in the middle, and negative 4 times negative 5 is going to give you this positive 20 here. So when they multiply, they have to multiply to positive 20, and when you add them up, they need to add up to negative 9. So this works pretty well. And so here we can deduce that y should be equal to 4, or y should be equal to 5. And so if we go back to our initial assumption that y is 3 to the power half x, that means 3 to the power half x is equal to 4, or 3 to the power half x is equal to 5. So how do we get rid of this 3 to the power half x and so on? We're probably going to have to use logarithms here. So if we look at both of those solutions, so I've put them on the left-hand side of your screen. Okay, so for the first one, if we log in base 3 both sides, we're going to get rid of the 3. So log in base 3 of 3 to the power half x equals log in base 3 of 4. Now, log in base 3 of 4 does not simplify. But 3 to the power half x, well, that's pretty cool because log in base 3 of 3 cancels out. We're left with a half x equal log in base 3 of 4. And if I move the 2 to the other side, I'm left with x equal 2 log in base 3 of 4. And using the same principle for the second solution, I can say log in base 3 of 3 to the power a half x equal log in base 3 of 5. And so the 3 and log in base 3 cancel out. So again, I'm left with a half x equal log in base 3 of 5. And then x is log, so 2 times log in base 3 of 5. All right, so what can we do with this thing? Let's write the second solution here. X equal 2 times log in base 3 of 5. Now, I'd just like to remind you that at the beginning, the question was asking for the sum, which means that we need to add these two things together. So this is a good first solution, this is a good second solution, but we really need to add them up. So for the answer, we can say answer equal, or whatever you want to say. So 2 log in base 3 of 4 plus 2 log in base 3 of 5. I could definitely send the 2 as a power and square it, but I don't think I need to. I could say this is 2 times log n base 3 of 4 plus log n base 3 of 5. So this is just factorizing by 2 because I see a 2 at the beginning of both. So whenever you add two logarithms, if I say, for example, log of a plus log of b, well, I'm allowed to say that that's log of AB. I'm allowed to multiply those as long as it's the same base. And here I see I'm in base 3 and in base 3, so I'm allowed to say that this is log of 4 times 5, which is log 20. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to say 2 log n base 3 of 20. And so if you've managed to do this question, you're an absolute champion of mathematics. Well done, because this was pretty dicey and a super cool question. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Mathmagic channel, as we'd like to bring you lots and lots of these fun questions on a daily basis. We're trying to fix our upload schedule now so that we can give you more math videos more regularly. Thank you for watching today, and we shall see you on the next one. Bye-bye.